Okay. Here's what we're gonna. Yeah, we're gonna go. We're gonna go freezing death orb instead of what we've got. Because that would be kind of incredibly good. Okay. Really wish there was a way that I could, like, combo. Okay, I will admit, that is kind of incredibly fun to watch. I can combo it with the cluster grenade. And my you know, pre-existing frost blast and whatever. We'll just go with everything with an ice descriptor attached to it. We'll go from there. It'd be nice if I could get it that it does, it'd be nice if I could get it to do, how did that not hit me? I don't know, I was just waiting. Oh, ice grenade. Ooh, ice grenade. Alright, ice grenade it is. Explodes, freezing nearby enemies, doing damage, and other I don't know. Ow! I froze you! Actually, no, he was probably just slowed down because there's diminishing returns on things. Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay, so frost grenade. This. Yeah, thing is, the ice grenade keeps them, like, stunned real hard. Useful. Long dive attacks? No, nothing useful here. Okay. I think I might... Yeah. Oh, jeez. It's on the other side of this, though. That's the problem. I guess I should probably heal. I'm gonna go get my cluster grenades back. Maybe? Do I want that? Is that a smart move here? Because victim suffers bleed damage when it thaws out. Frost-related slowdowns last 4 times longer. Oh. Yeah. Okay. I mean, Death Orb got its day in the sun. This is probably a smarter combination right now. So we're gonna go with this. Yes, is this a roguelike? Oh yeah. Yeah, I will lose a skill point. I'm not happy about that, but what I will gain is a huge damage bonus. Like, almost a 200% damage bonus. That, in my head, is very, very much worth it. And hopefully I can get some more skill points as I go along. I mean, worst comes to worst, we die and then I move on. I've been alluding to this for freaking, like, 15 episodes now. I don't dislike this game, not in the slightest, but since we've already seen all of the content available, it's just kind of like everything else is just, oh, that's new. Since we've already seen all of the content available. Okay, so he still does that. I mean, realistically, I probably should be using the grenade here. There we go. This is kind of absurd, actually. How to completely abuse a boss in, like, 3 steps. 1, freeze him. 2, just keep doing that. Come back. I need to stab you. I need to stab you so hard. Wow, this is not okay. Like, I've killed him way faster before, but like... he just couldn't do anything. Let's see. Surprised I've played it this much. It's because YouTube freaking loves it. I mean, honestly, you guys seem to enjoy it on Twitch too. But my YouTube videos consistently get quite a lot more views than average. Usually a shelf life for a series for my channel, usually about 20 episodes. Maybe 30 if I really like the game. Anything that goes longer is usually something that either is just a long game, something that I absolutely love. What did I leave behind all those cells in the ossuary behind the door? Oh, because I had to pay money for it. I am kind of a miser. Wow. Freeze backstabbing. It might actually be, like, really good here. Well, I guess worst comes to worst, we just end up doing a ton of damage. He's in it for the money. If you want to, like, simplify it down really hard, yeah, that's technically true. But, like... Yeah, 200 episodes of Forgot Day. Yep. Part of the thing is, like, this really is, like... This really is my day job, and, ow. Okay. Gotta get him before. Gotta get him beforehand. Okay. Actually, this is a good spot for that. Yeah. Okay. Kind of panicking. There's too much going on at once. Didn't realize that bat would know where I was. Well, that's okay. But this is my day job. This is my livelihood. And while it would be nice to be like purely like totally independent with what I do, that's not how the industry works. I mean, take a look at like Yogscast, like the Yogscast channels and stuff like that. Like those poor guys, almost like universally, ooh, ice bow would be good. Extra damage, no. Like those guys played Minecraft almost exclusively for ages, and it made them like hella famous. And now, because nobody cares about Minecraft anymore, they're starving. I mean, not really, but like their channels haven't, their channels have been like going down and stuff like that. Yeah, does Yogscast even still exist? Not in the way that it used to. And a lot of that's entirely because they like followed a trend too hard, and like it. I could get further into it, but like ultimately the justification for a lot of things is just YouTube is a fickle creature, and you have to kind of feed it properly, and if you don't, you're dungled. So for me, I try and like do the mix between games that I really love and the games that everybody else does. So there are definite like exceptions. Like I would say it has been Heroes. Nobody watched, but it definitely got lower-ish views compared to like a lot of the things that I do. It's also one of those where I know if I'm going to be finishing a game soon. Holy crap, this is actually like a really good build. But like Has Been Heroes was definitely one that kind of outlasted its welcome, if only because I loved the game that much. But like most other games, yeah, usually I just kind of keep it short, or I beat it, and then I move on. And roguelikes tend to be the mild exception, because sometimes people really latch onto them. Sometimes people really latch onto them, and I'm like, sweet, I guess I'm just going to play a shit ton of this. Let's see, Scrap was that way. Oh yeah, absolutely. There's a very definitive reason why I went like ultra cold turkey on Scrap, but there's also a very good reason why I played so much Scrap Mechanica in the first place. Because like that and Fallout kind of made my channel. I'm kind of back to Fallout at this point, but really I never got bored of Fallout. I just ran out of things to do and ran out of patience, really. Mods breaking are not my favorite thing in the world. Okay, we should probably drink once. But yeah, part of the reason why I have this, like, kind of weirdly defensive, reaction to this is people really like to demonize Let's Players, for, I guess, being money grubbing. A lot of people will be like, you know, how dare you do this for money? You know, get a real job, so on and so forth. Like, I've gotten this from a lot of different places. From, like, kind of friends on the internet, other YouTubers, actually. Other YouTubers can be, like, huge jerks to each other. Especially when it comes to the whole, like, making money thing. I had, one guy I knew, back when I was starting out. We never actually played anything together, because... I want to say it was because he was European. Not that I, you know, dislike Europeans, obviously. It's just a matter of that, you know, he'd be going to bed when I was starting my general recordings for the day. But, so I managed to make it to 100 subscribers well before he did. And I cannot tell you just how pissed off he was about that. And, you know, he just started accusing me of doing it for the money and, you know, becoming creatively bankrupt. And I'm like, I'm just playing games that I like, man. And I never spoke with him again after that, because it's just like, fucking, like, what are you supposed to do with that kind of person? But it's a common enough thing that, like, after a while you kind of get the complex of, like, I don't want to, like, talk about making, you know, doing YouTube as my job, but you have to treat it that way. Oh, if you freeze him, he doesn't catch it either. Okay, that's good to know. Alright, I'm actually gonna get rid of Cluster Bomb. Oh. I wonder if... Okay, we'd have to do Cluster Bomb. I'm not sure if I like this. The magnetic grenade has its merits too. But it triggers the frost unless, yeah. I guess I'll just keep it around because I wasn't using the cluster bomb and stuff like that. But yeah, I also had this problem when I was kind of trying to explain why Adblock Plus is actually, like, really bad for my job. If you guys didn't know, if you watch one of my videos, well, you've got Adblock Plus on. I literally don't make any money from it. And so, like, unless you're supporting me via some other way, technically, technically, I'm not gonna say you're stealing from me. You kind of are. You're robbing me of money that I could have, and it would cost you nothing, apart from a couple seconds of your time, to grant me that. And in doing so, it's kind of hard to just be like, yeah, sure, watch my videos without with adblock on. If that makes any sense. But, like, I did a whole long rant about that while I was playing Fallout, like, last year. And I still get just constant people shitting on me for it. I'm like... I don't know. There's like no middle ground, and it's hard to approach these things because the internet is so freaking divisive about everything. It's impossible to, like, try and make a reasonable point without people just verbally attacking you for everything. Let's see. Never had a desire for an ad blocker. I can totally see the appeal. There's a lot of ads out there that are totally exploitative and, like, not okay. Yeah. If I could say, like, I will totally watch ads from, like, these providers, and, you know, none of the, like, kind of weird scummy ones, or the ones with the really loud music. I don't know if you guys have ever had to deal with those ads that are like, you know, you're just browsing the internet and suddenly it's just like, Clorox bleach! Ah! And you're like, I don't know. No. Like, that stuff is very much not okay, and that's why I use Adblock Plus. But usually sites that I use consistently, that I'm, you know, not using, well, that I'm using Adblock Plus for, I throw money at them. Like, I just throw money at Nexus Mods and DeviantArt, and I have a YouTube Red subscription and stuff like that. If I can pay for a service that I use frequently, instead of using ads with them, I very much will. Because it's better. Like, freaking everybody was so, like, angry about YouTube Red's existence and being like, this is gonna ruin YouTube and stuff like that. Turns out YouTube Red is actually, like, one of the best services out there. I feel like a shill for saying this, but, I pay, like, $10 a month to get no ads on YouTube, and also, free access to the Google Play library, which is, like, almost as good as Spotify. Or whatever iTunes subscription services and stuff like that. And, like, I feel zero guilt because it's like, yeah, I will pay for your service. And generally in that circumstance, they actually get more money from me, because I'm, like, donating money than the actual ad rev. Ad rev is shit money, but it's just, I get so many hits that it kind of makes up for it. Let's keep doing health. I'm doing fine on damage here. And then, of course, there's stuff like, Patreon. Patreon, Game Wisp, so on and so forth. Like, actual manual donations also work really well. Though, obviously, that is a truly voluntary thing, and generally you don't exactly get something for it. Let's see. Doesn't YouTube Red mean anyone who relies on ads gets shafted? No! So the way it works is, for YouTube Red, say you have a YouTube Red subscription, and you watch my video, and then you watch 100 more videos, and that's it, I would get 1% of your YouTube Red subscription in money-ish. I think it's less than that, because obviously, like, YouTube or Google takes an amount of that. But if you have a bunch of people doing that, it adds up. Like, I want to say about 5 to 10% of my income is YouTube Red. It's just, it's not a popular enough service yet that, you know, it has that many people using it. But, like, if everybody used it, YouTubers would be rolling in money. Because, you know, ad rev is such a, like, shitty, fickle thing, to begin with. This is really frustrating. I hate these birds. Especially because I think I'm still using the Assassin's Dagger too, yeah. Like, I don't know how many of you guys know about the, the advertiser boycott. Probably a number of people, have mentioned that you guys follow, I can only assume. But that was actually not well, okay, no, it was bad. It was at a very bad time of the year, so right now I make, you know, effectively the average, average American income, give or take. Couple months ago, I was making, just above poverty levels, and I was just like, okay, that's not great, but it'll get better. Especially because, you know, I only just went, like, true full-time here. Whereas, like, YouTube Red, that is a completely consistent... Oh, right. I forgot. I can just forcibly freeze these guys. And or at least slow them down. But YouTube Red doesn't change. It's the same fixed amount every single month. So, that income never goes up, never goes down. And so, say, a bunch of advertisers decide, screw YouTube. That wouldn't be a problem for me. Let's get down here. Huxley can deal with it. I could try the Impaler. How much damage? Ooh, yeah, Impaler might not be a bad idea. No. No, we need the bonus damage from the dagger. That crit is amazing. Why don't YouTube founders make ad blockers just not work? You're gonna have to rephrase that, man. I have no idea what that even means. Do you mean like Google make an ad blocker? Because that would be like oh, ad blocker. Those tend to be really aggressive and piss people off even further. I kind of commend YouTube for not going overboard with that. Though I know they are working on like making. Well, actually, I think they have a fair amount of unblockable ads that like show up like every once in a while. They redo it, and you do get unblockable ads. But then the ad block, go. What's the ad boycott? So between PewDiePie, PewDiePie doing like Nazi shit as a dumb joke, and a bunch of advertisers finding out that their ads were showing up on ISIS videos of all freaking things, like that was really stupid of YouTube to even think that was a good idea. Yep. Yep. Yeah, they need to police things better and stuff like that, but because they, yeah, we need to get rid of the, magnetic grenade. But because those two things more or less happened in the same week, a bunch of advertisers just pulled money from YouTube, and they're like, nope, we're not advertising, really with Google at all, but mainly YouTube. And so YouTubers like me suddenly dropped, like, to half and stuff like that. Like, half the amount of money we were making. It was brutal, especially because, the spring is usually the worst time of the year to make money. Let's see, did I ever figure out what the rub things were? Yeah, they're teleport stones. They did things once the game actually hit early access. These birds hurt. Luckily, I do a lot of damage with this grenade. It's a bit funky. These guys flip around way too fast. And like, I'm not gonna say that I'm not gonna say that it was a bad choice on the advertisers' part at all. The fact that YouTube had their ads showing up on ISIS videos of all things was insanely stupid, and I can't believe effectively that my bosses thought that was a good idea. Any child could be like, wait a second, ads on terrorist videos, that's a bad move. And like, they were kind of always working on like fixing the problem, but they never fixed it well up until recently, where they made it so that you need to get was it 10,000 lifetime views, I think, before you can get any ad rev at all. And yeah, that actually makes that makes a lot of sense, honestly. There's a bunch of shitty YouTubers out there. Well, they're not YouTubers. There's a bunch of shitty people out there that will make YouTube accounts and steal videos and download them, and then rehost them on another channel. So, for example, somebody took my entire Chroma Squad Let's Play and threw it up on YouTube under a different account, and same thumbnails, same title, tags, description, everything. Just trying to get that little bit of extra views from people, you know, the little bit of extra views from you guys that realize you're watching the wrong video. And usually they'd only get like 20 views at a time, but they put up like 100 or so videos a day from a ton of different YouTubers. And a lot of it's like PewDiePie and stuff like that. Okay, oil grenade now. Okay. But, so these guys would rehost videos and stuff like that, and it was, you know, totally not cool. But now that there's that lifetime limitation, generally they don't do it anymore, which is super nice. At least not that I've heard of. I haven't had anybody steal one of my videos in ages. Are there two of these guys? No, there's just one. He just had, like, the weird after image. You have a Chroma Squad playlist. Oh, yeah! That was, like, one of my favorite LPs from 2004? 2015. Right? Shit, I don't actually remember when things come out anymore. Ow. Ow. Bats. Nope. Well, that went really bad. I need a shield, probably. Honestly, they just need to make it so that shields aren't the thing that give you iframes. We need more HP, too. We need a lot of things. Guess I should probably remember to freeze things manually more often. I usually rely on the grenade, which is not a good idea. Chroma Squad was 2004. Har har. Okay, it doesn't look like there's anybody else hanging out with a mist collar. That's good. But yeah. No, I mean, honestly, things are better. And, like, the ad rev thing doesn't bug me that much. But I will always get, like, really pissy when somebody, like, starts bragging about using ad block. Because it's like, you know what? No, I know why... when I was younger, I didn't understand why, like, ad block was so bad. And I was like, who wants to see ads? They're just, like, stupid and dumb. Then it's like, wait a second. That's how I would make my living.
I'm really frustrated because you use ad block forever and always ruin things.
I mean, they literally can't hear you. Ugh. I really hate mist colors. I had no idea there were like 4 zombies in there. Okay, I will not brag about it, but I do pay $101 a month. Why do I pay for internet services and deal with ads? Because all of that money that you're paying to your internet service provider isn't paying for any of the other websites. So, for example, I pay $70 to Google Fiber, and all of that money purely goes to Google giving me my internet. It doesn't pay for Spotify, it doesn't pay for YouTube, it doesn't pay for anything. If you're even forced to pay FFC tax on the internet, still doesn't matter. FFC tax, you probably mean FCC. All that goes to the government. None of that goes to me. If some amount of your internet bill came to me, then I'd say it's fine. But because none of it does, then you paying for your internet saying that you're entitled to watch my content without ads, that's like me saying me showing up. What's a good example? I mean, it's like saying
You pay for the entry fee to a convention and you get to take things off of arts deli tables?
Yeah. Okay, there we go. So Shell brings up a point. I don't know if you've ever been to like Comic-Con for example, or actually let's go broader for this. Say you go to an amusement park and you're hungry and you want food. You go over to the food stands and you have to pay more money. It's not that your entry fee pays for that food, and maybe it should, but those are completely separate services. But I mean, there's no easy way to explain it, but just saying that you pay for internet, therefore you're entitled to the entertainment that I provide for you, that's just flat out wrong and incredibly rude. Because, I mean, yeah, I get paid for this, but if I didn't get paid for this, I really wouldn't do it anymore. It is theft of service, sort of. It's like saying, what's another good example? Because I pay, oh yeah, here's another one. Because I pay rent, I shouldn't have to pay for utilities. I pay car insurance, so why do I have to pay for gas? There's 1,000 different ways. I went to the, I guess for Americans, I went to the restaurant and I paid for the food. Why do I have to pay the tips? Admittedly, tipping is stupid and shitty to begin with. But since the way the world works as it currently does, it is theft of service. It's a bit over the top. Then that's your fault, because it really is theft of service from me. Because if you're not paying me the like 15 seconds of your time to watch an ad or YouTube Red or whatever, then I'm giving you something for free. Or you're taking it from me without paying a dime of your time or money or anywise. And, like, it's a shitty situation, and there's no, like, easy way of explaining it, and this is why I don't like talking about it necessarily. But, like, it kind of is. And there's no easy way to put it into words apart that, like, makes people happy. Because, yeah, if this was a perfect world and everybody were paid the same amount, then I'd say it's probably fine. But yeah, no, just paying your internet bill does not count. Not even close.